Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery. Today we have a Thrifty Canucks video. Few goodies that I got from the Lions Club the other day. But before I start on this stuff, I wanted to share some happy mail that I got from Sandy. Thank you so much, Sandy. And I will leave a link to her coffee site below. She does a few digitals. She's just getting into digitals, but she makes some of the cutest embellishments and stuff. And we've got a little note here from her. So she has sent some like scrapbook cutouts. Such beautiful colors. Very cute. Oh, look at the little houses. They're almost like tags. Oh my, look at these. These are so cute. Love those. Those are absolutely darling. I'm going to definitely make bookmarks out of those. Definitely. Where did you find these, Sandy? Those are so cute. And then we've got some things that she made. She is in my Facebook group, and she loves to trade stuff that she's made. So please send her a message and have a little chat with her. Just a little oval design with some gold butterflies on there. A little tag. I really need to emboss my page edges with something other than vintage photo all the time. Love this. Love the paper in the background. But the gold butterflies just are beautiful on there. Cute little flower on that one. This one's got a beautiful little dangle, little apple. These will go great in so many different types of journals. Butterflies, beautiful birds, and then she's got this gold die cut on the corners. Goes so nice with the colors on there. This one's kind of the same, but it's got like blue. Beautiful. That is nice. These are beautiful, Sandy. Thank you so much. More butterflies. Love butterflies. Butterflies, dragonflies. And another one just with that little bit of die cut on the corner. Makes it just, I don't know, something so simple, but yet it looks so wonderful. And then we've got a little bit of bling, a couple butterflies that are kind of like three-dimensional, so they're standing up that little bit. That is nice. And then this beautiful blue round tag, cute little dangle on it. These are really nice, Sandy. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I love them. And please do check out the link to her coffee shop down below, or message her on Facebook if you're interested in doing some trading with her. Now, on to what I got at the Lions. We got some of these old bingo cards. Now, I don't know how long ago they were in style. There's 3 different colors. They had a big, huge box from them. These are from the Royal Canadian Legion in Enderby. And I consider myself honored that I came across them. I've wanted some for a long time. You know, the old ones that, you know, you just flip the things. So I only got maybe 20 of them. There was probably 100 to 200 of them. And I couldn't see needing that many, but I think they will be really cool as the front and back of a journal. Well, these ones are all in fair shape, I think. I didn't really look at them. You know, I didn't pick up each one and just to see how good of shape it was in. If you remember when these were popular, let me know. I remember my mom and me going to bingo and we used these. And then they brought out the paper cards with the dabbers and stuff. So anyways, I got a bunch of those. I found these. Now these are stencils. They got great big huge numbers. These are some of the dollar store stuff that they got. Oh, these are actually the same. Here, I thought they were different. I thought one was numbers and one was alphabets, but that's okay. Because I thought these might be good just for stenciling on something. So, and if you've watched some of my other Thrifty Canucks videos, you know that the $1 store closed down and they sent a whole bunch of their merchandise to the Lions to sell for whatever. And at the Lions, it's by donation, and I just fill up my bag, and depending on what I find is based on how much I give them. I feel that I am fairly generous because they go for a good cause. Now these are like some kind of cupboard things. These are metal, and I thought that that would be a really nice design on the front of a journal. You know, maybe down the outside edge, or maybe even down the spine if the spine is that wide. There is, I think, 6 of these in there. So I grabbed those. I'll put them in my metal drawer. I have a drawer just full of metal items. What else? Oh, got this can. The only reason I got this was on the one table, there was all these stamps. They're just used stamps. They're new. They're not old or anything. That one there hasn't even been whatever they call when they run the lines through it. But I grabbed them, and then I thought, oh, I need something to put them in, so this can was sitting there. So, yeah, so I grabbed them. Some of them they're all Canadian stamps. And, as I say, they're all new. None of them are old. But they're some really cool pictures on some of them. So, threw that in my bag. I found this here. Set of 3 handmade pure wool dryer balls. Now, I've been wanting to try these. I just haven't got around to ordering or getting any yet. And lo and behold, set of 3, brand new, still in the box. So now I've got these dryer balls to try. They are Moss Creek Wool Works. I'm going to Google that just to see. Being that they've got French on here as well as English, I'm going to say maybe there. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, how about in here? Does it actually say? No, but it does say a little bit here. Last 100 loads, so that's going to last me a long, long time. But yeah, I'm gonna look up, see where these guys are. But yeah, so I was really happy to find those. What else do we got? There is this bag full of, it seems like mostly blue ribbons. Lots of ribbon, and then this little piece of green. That would actually go good. Tie a closure for a journal. I've got a little drawer that's full of just this type of stuff that would work for closures. But I'll go through this. I'll untangle all this blue ribbon, and I'll put it in the cards that I use. This, I'm sure, is wired. Yes, wired ribbon. Santa's Secrets, but it's nice blue and silver. When I do use the stuff with the wires, I pull the wires out. I don't like using the wires. There's lots of blue ribbon here. I need to figure out something to use all my ribbon for. And then my sister and I, we were talking, and she says to me, she says, I never look in the boxes under the table. Well, I walked like a foot away from her. I looked down in the box, and this was sitting right on the top of the box with a whole bunch of other stuff. So I grabbed the whole bag. Now this is all from the dollar store. I have some of these dragonflies. Now there was actually more than this, but my sister took some home with her. She was visiting me for 2 weeks. And these are like a resin, and I really like those. And then there's all of these flowers. Some are opened. Now I don't know if somebody just decided to pull them out. There's different colors. So there's some with pink, white, and purple, some with a beige, rose, and green. So there's a nice little selection. And they're kind of like, almost like a crushed velvet type thing. Now some of these, like I would trim that little piece off, but I mean, they're just cheap ones from wherever. But, you know, they had them in the dollar store. So the Forever and Time ones, so I got lots of those. So I will take all these out of the package and put them into my flower container. I have a container that I use just to put flowers in. Then there was this safety receipts. Now, they're just receipt book. But they are from 19 whatever. So you figure these are already 25 years old. But pretty much the whole book, maybe 3 pages gone. But I'll use some of those. I'll send some out in Happy Mail maybe. But I grabbed that. And then the find of the day. And this brings back a lot of memories. And as soon as I seen this little front thing, I grabbed it. No questions asked on that one. Now I used to breed and show rabbits, excuse my arm, for many years. I bred and showed Netherland dwarfs as well as other breeds. I was a member of the ARBA, Rabbit Breeders, American Rabbit Breeders Association. And I used these pedigree sheets for my rabbits. All my rabbits were pedigreed. And so when you sold a rabbit, you gave the pedigree as well as you tattooed its ear and whatnot. But I went all BC, Alberta, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, etc., showing rabbits. I absolutely loved it. It was a lot of fun. I had a girlfriend that lived fairly close to me, and we would travel together. She also raised Netherland dwarfs. So as soon as I seen the front of this, I knew what it was. I figured, you know, these would make awesome papers in a journal, just folded, something different, something very different. But yeah, and using these for years, handwriting all of them. I later got a program on the computer that you could just enter the rabbit's information, etc. But to me, this was the find of the day. Now, this would date, I don't know when this would date. I used these, well, actually, I started this before my first son was born. So he was born in 90. So I was using these probably late 70s, 80s. I probably got my computer program in probably, I'm going to guess, late 80s, maybe early 90s when I got that. So anyways, to me, this was the find of the day. Not only because it's something very different, but also because of all the memories that it brought back. So, well, here it says 1981, 1985 standards, but that's like a different book. So that wasn't actually like this book. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So that was my find of the day, as well as all the other goodies. I was really happy with the bingo cards. Not something you find often. And things like this are getting harder and harder to find because we love to buy them and use them, and then there's just no more coming into the world. So I'm happy to have found those. I might get some more We'll see if there's any left next time we go, but we will see. But this is my find for this week. By the time you see this, it'll probably have been like a week or two ago, but that's okay. And please do remember to check out Sandy on Facebook and check her out on Coffee. Send her a message on Coffee. Check out the digital. She's got a few freebies, etc. So, and she's just starting out, so I know she would appreciate any love that you could give her. Check out all the links below. Have fun. Look forward to making something with some of this stuff through 2025, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.